Carlo Ancelotti receives the worst news at Real Madrid. Mbappé can leave Real Madrid to play for another big club. And the backstage of the trial after the racism against Vinicius Jr. Hello Madridista fans, if you are a merengue fan, leave your like, share this video and subscribe to receive news from the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. In this video, we're going to start talking about Kylian Mbappé, that Real Madrid continues this soap opera with PSG. The president of PSG has already said that he will not leave for free next year, because he needs to sell the French player in order to fulfill the promise of financial fair play from the Confederation of European Football. With that, Liverpool also showed interest in signing of Kylian Mbappé, but now there is another news that the player may be going to Saudi Arabia. According to information from Ben Jacoby of Couch Offside, Saudi Arabia wants and dreams of signing Mbappé. But it is clear that the player's desire is to win the Champions League, and for that he would have to be in a team like Real Madrid, like Liverpool, in order to win that title. One piece of information about Carlos Ancelotti's squad is that at the beginning of the activities on the field that Real Madrid has returned to, the squad is gradually returning. Not all players have returned yet. Vinicius and Julio, for example, won't be back until July 19th, remembering that Real Madrid's first game of the season is the Mistoso Internacional against Milan on the 23rd of this month, and the first official game will only be on the 12th of August against Athletic Bilbao, away from home. The Moran club Real Madrid reported on social media that Dani Ceballos trained this week and underwent medical tests that confirmed that the player has an injury to the distal tendon of the right biceps femoris muscle. Club Merengue reported that it is following the athlete's evolution at the beginning of the season through its social networks. In addition to Milan, in this preseason, Real Madrid will also face Barcelona in the El Clasico and then will also face Manchester United, and will close the sequence of international friendly games against Juventus on August 2nd. And talking about the case of racism, which was a huge controversy worldwide about Vinicius Jr. against Vinicius Jr., the trial had some parts of its backstage revealed this last Thursday. O Mundo newspaper revealed details of the Brazilian's testimony about this episode of the game against Mallorca. The conflict took place in February and ended with a 1-0 victory for rivals Merengue. And what happened then? Vinicius Jr. saw a 20-year-old fan make monkey gestures and call him monkey during the confrontation between Real Madrid and Mallorca. Club de Casa even punished the 20-year-old, a fan of the Spanish team Mallorca, with a fine of €4,000 and banned him from playing for the club for 2 decades. 20 years without being able to watch Mallorca games at Mallorca Stadium. In addition, he will not be able to attend any sporting events for a year. During the video of the trial held in April, the Spanish newspaper El Mundo revealed the main lines of Vinicius Jr. during his testimony. He was asked about the phrase monkeying around, for which the athlete ended up being targeted after the game between Real Madrid and Mallorca. According to the Brazilian, this type of sentence will never be understood by a white person. Vinicius Jr. said like this, with white people, not black people. This cannot be done with black people, who have been affected throughout human history, said Vinicius Jr. It is important for us to point out that Vinicius Jr. was also asked if he expected to receive some kind of compensation in relation to this episode of racism during the match between Real Madrid and Mallorca. And he said yes. The Brazilian national team striker and Flamengo player was also asked if he was the target of racist attacks because he was black or because he was a Real Madrid player. The striker made it clear that this happens for 2 reasons, the fact that he is black and the fact that he plays for the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. So that's it, Merengue fans. News from Real Madrid today. Kylian Mbappé being able to switch from Real Madrid to play in Saudi Arabia, doing what other players who are playing in Middle Eastern football have done. Dani Ceballos with injury. Real Madrid's medical department reporting on social media the injury to Dani Ceballos, which worries Carlo Ancelotti a lot. And this regrettable news of racism against Vinicius Jr., the backstage of the trial, which was revealed by the newspaper. It's the world. For today, that's the news from Real Madrid. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your opinion in the comments, leave your like and subscribe to receive news from the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. Madrid class.